here goes nothing. First day of planting.
Okay, yesterday the seed tender was working. We tested it and then we went to put seed in it and the back door wouldn't open up. But now it is. We didn't change anything. So our emergency action plan is if we have it open and it decides not to close, we're gonna shove a rag in it. Okay, we're making sure that our offsets are all offsetted correctly. This is the most annoying and also most important part of getting the planter set up. This is the last row on the headland. It was overplanting into the headland like 3 feet. We adjusted the settings. Now I'm going to, and there's one right there. So it's still overplanting. I'd rather have it overplant than underplant, but I don't want it to be overlapping a ton. So this is also the downside of no-till, is it is just a lot harder to see what you're doing in here in this ground's pretty hard. Okay, I think we're getting it dialed in. Right now, this is our last row. On this row, the first starts there, and then on the back row, it starts there. So I think we're getting pretty close. We made an adjustment. We're gonna check it again when it comes back out. Okay, I just dug in the dirt for 3.5 hours. We're calling it good. I think the settings are set right.
I decided that I'm just gonna flip the boxes as we use them so that we have more room for storage this season. But man, doing this yourself is not fun. Had to fix another chain on the harrow. This thing has seen better days.
Feels weird because I have JD planting beans. I have Colin driving by himself now in the field across the street. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? I've been running seed tender, but now I'm gonna go scope out. I know that the tire company is there fixing my tire. I talked to them and I think that some of the urea is getting finished up now. So I'm just gonna go drive around and investigate. Okay, they're going to the last field I have to put urea on, so hopefully they get to it. I have new tires on my tractor. Now let's see if I can get her unstuck. Look at these babies. I mean, those are new, those are fancy. Hello. This is what our fields look like after they spread the urea and the AMS. So you can see a little bit of a tire track, and then you can see little white speckles. Bloop, bloop. Colin working there. JD's in that field. Let's see, how long till we get rained out? It's just about 9 o'clock. It's kind of late to be hooking up the packer to the field cultivator, so I'm not gonna work any ground tonight. Just gonna wait for JD to get done planting the first soybean field.
Now, the field behind our shop is a pretty large field, and so we were actually able to get our first 12% of our acres planted. Of course, it ended with rain because that's just the theme of the whole season, it seems like.
It's Saturday. Okay, first up I need to get this hooked up to this. Too close. I need to go back 1 inch. Literally, I'm hoping this will be 3rd time's the charm. You can see the urea's been spread, so we don't want to bury it. We just want to lightly spread it in. So I'm just gonna make sure we have the depth where we want it. And you can kind of see the difference from what just the cultivator does versus this gets it real nice and fine. Second day of planting. Things are going good. So I'm gonna have my first snack of the day. I have Greek yogurt and homemade granola. JD is working on the no-till beans. I keep creeping on how it's going over there on the operations center, which is so nice. So much better than like texting, asking for updates. So things are going good. And we have sprinkles. It's raining.
This process is so much more fun to watch when it's all sped up versus in real time.
You are going there.
About half the time that we unfold this harrow, it gets caught on something, so you always have to get out and fight with it to get it all ready to go, which is slightly annoying.
Okay, change of plans. The drive shaft, I believe, on the 8260R, we've had issues with it before. It's getting super hot whenever JD turns. He's a little afraid to drive it down the road in case if something goes down. We called Truland. They're available, but they don't have the parts. If that's what they need to fix, they would have to order them, and couldn't get them until Monday. So we're gonna go work ground right across from the shop, plant that like 30 acres, just so that we're right there if the tractor does decide to not cooperate. Colin lost his guidance. I don't understand why. So I just went and I just switched out a different monitor and it's working now. So I'll figure that out some other time. Okay, so since we want to stay close to home with bean planter, we are switching to conventional, which means I'm going to dig more seeds to make sure that they are at the right depth. Colin's got a good handle on what he's doing. JD's planting right now. I'm just trying to find ways to be useful. I'm going to take the sprayer off of the gator. I'm going to move some seed boxes around, hook up the tank. I don't know. I can just never seem to keep track of these. I have Colin moved to a new field. JD is kind of wrapping up the field that we went to. It's only 30 acres, so it wasn't taking him, I was frazzled. Wasn't taking very long. I'm not sure if we're going to switch and go to corn now. Or I haven't asked JD how the tractor's acting. I kind of don't want to know a little bit. So we either, I don't know, either move down and go back to no-till beans or start corn. We're not at the place right now with just me, JD, and Colin to be doing both corn and beans right at this moment. I think that'd be overkill a little bit, just because, you know, JD's gonna need fertilizer and seed for corn, and I'll need seed for beans, and then I don't want Colin driving by himself on the road, so I'm gonna be moving him around. So it's just gonna be one, and I think I'll just do a late night, do some tillage, just so we can kind of stay ahead when we are hopefully planting corn and beans at the same time. I got Colin back to the shop. I'm going to head to one more field. Now, since my parents are out of town, I am doing the chores for their pets, which Tanner's actually been doing most of. But I'm going to work the field behind their house because then I can just sleep at their house, and then in the morning I can let the pets out and then get back to work. A chain. Okay, it's like 11. I got this field opened up. I'm just gonna start working back and forth. Tanner made me some delicious dinner that I'm gonna finish eating now. Life is good, things are good. It's 12:45, we're going to bed. Sunday. We are 19% planted. Okay, just did the math. We are 40% planted on beans, which means that we're actually 19% planted overall. So another day, I'd like to get over 50%. Knock on wood, it should happen, but you never know around here. Well, JD just sent me the video of what the soybean planter's doing, so won't be planting soybeans today. Oh, it's because I wrote the date and what we were going to be planting on the soybean field that we're in right now. That's why I jinxed it.
Since it was Sunday, we couldn't go get a new hydraulic hose for the bean planter, so we decided to start planting our corn. I got fertilizer ready and JD got the planter out.
I am so frazzled. I think JD's going now. Okay, so when we are exiting the headland, we're over planting by about 2 or 3 feet maybe.
I grabbed some footage of JD rolling while I was making sure that our section control was all adjusted properly.
Okay, I got Colin to the field that he is working. I have fertilizer for JD and there he is. Okay, now I have seed for JD and tools. I need to adjust a few things. Colin is working the next field. I'm gonna go pick up a rock. It looks like JD's about to get done with the first field of corn.
Our corn seed tender is a lot different from our bean seed tender. So you have to put extensions on your forks and you just put the boxes on directly rather than dumping the boxes into the tender.
Okay, I have fertilizer in the tank. I have fuel in the fuel tank. I have seed on both of the seed tenders. And then I need to put my clothes that are covered in hydraulic oil in the laundry separate so they don't ruin the rest of my clothes. Let's go, baby. Okay, going to fill up the fertilizer tank, take that to where the tillage tractor is, fill up the tillage tractor with fuel that's in the red truck, start working ground until George gets here, and then JD's gonna fix the bean planter, and we're gonna try to keep things rolling. Okay, closed. Okay, coolant's good. Oil's good.
On the drive to my new field, I saw that the sprayer was out spraying our beans. JD got a new hose all hooked up and ready to go. Looking good.
Threw a whole 5 gallons of high guard into it and it should be working. Rolling. I don't know what that is.
Hello, sheepies. This concluded our no-till beans, so I went across the street to our next field that is conventional. So when you do that, I have to change a handful of settings on the planter. And I need to make some physical adjustments, like just bumping these up a couple notches.
Conveyor, start. Front door open.
Okay, I have a 70-ish acre field that I want to get done tonight. It's gonna take me a while. It's a little bit after 6:20. The rain's supposed to come at 10. I'm gonna need to get seed at some point, so it's gonna be close. It's gonna be not very fun, but this is the final push, folks. At least the field I'm going to is pretty straight, not very many wonky pieces.
When you're moving fields, this is always a good time to just go around and check and make sure everything looks how it should be looking. Okay, things are looking good.
Death in the family, apartment built.
To start raining around 10.
Video courtesy of Tanner, who brought the seed tender. It started raining way earlier than I expected to. Absolute downpour right in the middle of loading seed, which is not good because we do not want to have water in the planter at all. So, oh well.
Out. Go to bed. See you tomorrow. Okay. 40% planted.
We got about 0.8 of rain, so Tuesday and Wednesday I played catch up on office work and on other things I needed to get done, and I checked the seeds that we have in the ground. Come back next week. Hopefully we will be in the fields rolling again, and we'll see how this spring is shaping up. Bye!